Welcome back. So today we are going to be tapping on finding your purpose. This is something that even if I didn't want to teach it in this course initially, or if it wasn't on the game plan, the universe was not going to allow me to skip past this. So I wanted to create an EFT video specifically on tapping into your purpose. I find that across the collective, across my clients, from people that I talk to in my personal life, the main issue right now, that topic seems to be purpose, finding your purpose, feeling like you don't have your purpose, wondering when you're going to have a purpose, wanting more out of life, wanting to be more fulfilled. And these are normal feelings, right? Especially if we've been living this life according to societal programs and we weren't honoring the authentic life that we wanted to live, and we weren't honoring our inherent gifts. The world makes it seem like it's so difficult to find your purpose, or it's not possible for you to love what you do and get paid for what you love to do. It's either the starving artist or the successful, safe career. But you have to give. You either have the money or you have the happiness. And here's the thing is, when we create a this or that mentality, the subconscious brain can't handle negative and dualistic thoughts. It won't allow you to have either of them. And what we have to do, and what you get taught in the master level of NLP, is to really be able to tie those two thoughts together so it's not one or the other. And that's the thing that society has us do so often. We think it has to be this way or this way, when there's really a million and one ways that things could go. We just get so wrapped up in this or that, which typically doesn't serve us, right? So if you're someone who's been feeling like you're just not sure what you want to do out of life, if you're still in a corporate career and you really want to leave and you really want to be an entrepreneur, but you're not exactly sure the products you want to sell or the service that you want to be able to do, or you feel like you don't have enough skills to be able to show up in the field that you want to, or not enough money to get you to where you want to be, all of these things can tie into feeling like you don't know your purpose. So that's what I really want us to tap into today, so that way we're able to really reframe that and feel more empowered, and realize that when we're searching for our purpose outside of ourselves, we are forgetting to have a relationship with ourselves. And it's really when you cultivate this relationship with yourself that your purpose will just expose itself, because it's been something that you've always done, something that's always been within you, something you've always been passionate about. You just never thought that you could make it a business. You just never allowed yourself to take that step. So that's what I want to do today, empower you to realize that you do know your purpose. When you know yourself, you know your purpose. When you know what you love to do and what you're good at doing and what you like to talk about, what you like to teach about, or the products that you're really passionate about, that's when you start to get really excited about the business that you're going to create. That's when you get really excited about the path that you want to go down. And in all honesty, when you want to change, especially if you've been in one career and you want to change to another career, but this is with any transition in life, it's going to seem so fearful, and your brain's going to keep wanting you to do the thing that it knows, it's comfortable, it's safe, that it can predict. But if you don't just get out there and take the action, though it's scary at first and you might not do it the best or the way you want to show up all the time, you might realize that you need to change it down the line, but that's okay, because what's happening is the more you take action, the faster you can realize whether things are working or if it's what you really want to do. The longer we try and think about it in our head, the longer we get stuck, because everything seems so scary and your brain's going to come up with a million and one reasons not to do the things, when really there's so many reasons why you should, because the only way you're going to change your life from what you've been living is to completely show up differently, to change your identity, to push yourself to do different things, to get uncomfortable. Most of the time, we would rather put ourselves in discomfortable situations just because they're familiar than put ourselves in situations that make us happier and more fulfilled, just because we are afraid to take that initial step because it's intimidating, it's scary. And of course, it is, but it's also exhilarating, it's also fun, and it's exciting. So that's what we can do, right? We can always choose to see one side, and that side can always be negative, or we can choose to believe and put our energy behind the positive version. There's always two sides of the story. There's always multiple perspectives. And this is about tapping into your subconscious so that we can really flip this switch so that you can start operating from this place of having purpose sooner, faster, more efficiently. So we are going to start by tapping on the karate chop point, and I want you to notice how you feel when we start doing this. How are you feeling right now? Take some time to really just sit with yourself and get honest. If you were to put it on a scale, 0 to 10, 10 being feeling the best, 0 being feeling the worst, what level are you at right now? What energy level are you at? How are you feeling? Either remember that number. We don't have to focus on it greatly the whole time, but just keep it in mind for when we get done with this. Well, the first set anyway. All right. Even though I feel like I just don't know what my purpose is. I feel like everyone else around me just knows what they want to do. They're just showing up online and they've got so many followers and they feel so confident and they look so confident and they just have this aura about them. And I want to have that aura and I want to feel that passionate about the work that I'm doing. But I don't love what I'm doing right now. And I really want to get out. But I don't know what to do. I don't feel like I have enough talents or enough knowledge, and I'm scared to launch my own business and to create my own products or services. It just seems so daunting. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I would need to get a bunch of help, I feel like, and I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure what to do. I want to be as happy as these other people. I want to feel as fulfilled. And I just don't. I just don't feel this fulfilled, that fulfilled. I want more fulfillment out of my life. I want to feel like I wake up every single day and I'm doing something that I absolutely love. I want to feel like I'm making a difference. I want to leave a legacy. I want to leave impact. Really just want to feel like I have a purpose. I want to know that I'm here for a reason, that it's more than just sitting in a cubicle, that it's more than just driving to work, that it's more than just sitting in my house all day doing nothing. I want to have passion, purpose, and impact and income. Even though I feel like I don't know what my purpose is, I totally and completely love and accept and forgive myself. We are going to go through one round of tapping on the negative side. We're going to continue with the feeling like you don't have purpose, the lack of purpose. On the top of the head, one hand or two hands, whatever feels more comfortable for you, whatever you prefer. I really just want to wake up one day and know what my purpose is. I want God to come down from the sky and just say, this is your purpose. And I just want it to be that easy. I'm so sick of feeling like I don't know what my purpose is. I am just so overwhelmed. I feel like there are so many possibilities, but I don't really like any of them. We're going to move down to right above the eyebrow. Everyone else seems like they wake up every single day and they just know what they were here to do, how they were here to show up every day. They know how to grow their social media. They are just doing so well for themselves. And I feel like I just am stuck. I feel like I'm constantly comparing myself to everyone else. Moving down to the temple. And I start feeling really bad about myself. And I feel like I haven't made any progress. And I feel like I should have done so much more with my life by now. I really wanted to live a life that I was proud of. I really, really wanted to accomplish so many great things by now. And I just don't feel like I have. And I'm starting to feel really depressed because I just wish I've done more. And moving down to below the eye. Purpose, man. It's like when people ask me what I do for a living, I don't even want to respond because I really dislike the job that I'm working in right now, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. And it's kind of embarrassing. I feel embarrassed that I'm still doing this, or that this is as far as I've made it, especially when I'm with my friends who are doing so many incredible things. Or when I go on Facebook or Instagram and I see everybody my age, accomplishing so much. They have so much money. They have beautiful homes and beautiful cars. Moving down. I just want to have a beautiful home and a beautiful car, and I want to feel fulfilled, and I want to wake up every single day in love with my life. But I wake up and I don't even want to get out of bed. I find myself hitting snooze over and over again. I'm so drained throughout the day that I keep drinking coffee or I keep eating foods that are processed, and I know they're not good for me. I know I shouldn't drink so much coffee. Moving down. But I just feel empty inside. I have this void inside of me, and I don't know what to do. I feel like I've tried a bunch of different things. I feel like I've worked in a bunch of different careers, but I don't feel satisfied. I didn't love any of them. I feel really lost, and I'm not even comfortable really saying that out loud. But it's true. I really feel lost. I feel purposeless. Moving down to the collarbone. I don't want to be one of those people that live their entire lives feeling like this. Feeling like they didn't make a difference in the world. Feeling like they had no impact. Feeling like they had no income their entire life, and they had to continually allow money to choose what they got to have and what they didn't get to have. I don't want that to be my life. I want to have more than that. I want life to be more than that. I know life is meant to be more than that. And even though I feel like at this point in my life, I haven't done this much, even though at this point in my life, I really feel like I wish I had done more, even though I really wish that I had accomplished what I wanted to accomplish by now, I totally and completely love and accept and forgive myself. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to look at and examine how are you feeling. So from that number you had before we started even talking on the karate chop point to now, do you feel like there has been more than a 3 jump difference? If you're someone that really is very analytical and you want a number, I would say about 3. If you're somebody that's more esoteric and energetic, do you feel like you've shifted some weight? If you feel like you've gone more than 3 on the scale, or you feel like you've shifted a lot of weight and you're feeling a lot better than when we first started, I want you to continue going. If you're feeling like, you feel a little better, but not too much, then I want you to pause and go back to the beginning of where we started with the top of the head for the negative. And I want you to go through that, if you need to, 3 or 4 times. Go through that over and over again. And then when you're feeling better, when you hear me say, and when you're feeling better, go on with me. But until then, keep going back and keep repeating it. And it's okay if it's something that you haven't worked on, or if it's something that you've really been struggling with for a long time, it's going to take a few rounds. So Be kind to yourself, be loving to yourself. If you're ready to keep going, then let's keep going. Either way though, you're still making huge shifts in your energetic body. So it's so much to be proud of. Now we are going to do the same thing. We're going to follow the same process. I'm going to talk, you're going to repeat me, and we're going to go through the same spots. Starting on the top of the head. I know my purpose. I know what I was put here to do on this planet, and I am so excited to see it come to fruition. I'm just so freaking excited. I know exactly what I want to do. I know exactly what I'm going to do. My life is going to be amazing because I know exactly why I'm here. I know exactly what I'm going to do to leave an impact. Moving down. I'm so damn happy and grateful that I know exactly what I want to do. I am so happy and grateful that I feel so lit up by my purpose and my passion. I'm so grateful that I get paid to do my purpose, to live my purpose, to be my purpose, to be myself. I get paid to be myself and do what I love. I am so excited. I just wake up every single day and I just want to get out of bed because I know the life I'm creating is the life I've always dreamed about. I know that I can accomplish anything I want, and I know that I have the clarity and the peace of mind to get me to exactly where I want to be. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. It was just like I woke up one day and the light bulb just came on. It was like, duh, of course, this is my purpose. I've always loved to do this. I've always been so good at this. My passions get to pay me. Oh my God, what? I wish my parents told me this. All of this time, I was searching for my purpose outside of myself. And then what do you know? It turns out my purpose was inside of me all along. It was the parts of me that I was doing when I wasn't working. It was the things I was Googling online. It was the hobbies that I had. It was the conversations I was talking about, the podcasts I was listening to. Oh my God, I know my purpose. I've always known my purpose. It turns out I always knew my purpose. I was just trying to put my purpose in a title that never belonged to my purpose. I'm so grateful that I figured this out. I'm so grateful that I wake up every single day so in love with what I'm doing. I know that what I'm doing is here to change the world. I know that what I'm doing is here to change even just one person's life. And if I change one person's life, then I am changing the world. And I know that I get to be that person. I said yes to myself. I said yes to my purpose, and I'm so happy. The best decision I ever made was decide to say yes to what I love to do. The best decision I ever made was to realize that I do know my purpose. I was just standing in my way of actually doing it. I know what I'm here to do. I know what I'm meant to do. I know what I love to talk about. I know what I love to create. I know. No one can take it away from me. I live a purpose-driven life. I am here to do magical things. I am here to be the first of my kind if I need to be. I am here to show up as my authentic self. And I know when I show up as my authentic self, I show others how to show up as their authentic selves. And then they get to live purpose-driven lives too. I know my purpose, and I've always known my purpose. It was always there, and it was so easy for me to know. My purpose was so easy for me to find because it was always inside of myself. Anytime I feel like I don't know my purpose, I just connect back with myself. I get outside, I give myself space, and then I'm fulfilled with this energy and new creative ideas to make my purpose so much more exciting. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful this is what I get to do every single day. I love waking up and living in my purpose. I'm living my dream life. My purpose is so fulfilling, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Okay, so see how there was a major shift in energy there, even the way I was speaking, because what I want you to do is I really want you to embody the feelings of the negative low, and then I really want you to embody the high vibe feelings of what it feels like to decide to feel this energy instead. How much more expansive does this energy feel? How much more lit up does it feel to be saying these things in this way? This is always the choice, and it's always about feeling better. When it comes down to manifestation, it's about feeling better. When it comes down to life, it's about feeling better. When it comes down to having fun, it's about feeling better. Everything you need is going to be right hand in hand with joy, with fun, with feeling good. So that's what this is about. If you are feeling, a little high vibe, but not like lit up, then I want you to go back and I want you to go through the positive section again. And again, if you need to do this 2, 3, 4 times, do it. Do it. Understand that you are shifting energy. And the more times you go through this, the more energy you shift. And when you really connect with the feeling of low vibe, saying the words out loud, saying your fears, saying your doubts, saying your worries, and realizing that these don't have to be the stories that you continue to stick with and that you continue to believe and the feelings that you continue to feel. You can decide when you think, speak, and about these things that you can embody this feeling instead, the empowering feeling, the one that gives you your life force energy back, the one that makes you feel purpose driven. You know what your purpose is. It's inside of you. It always has been. In every place you've been, with every person you've been around, they have been teaching you how to perfect your purpose. So it's all about coming back to, what do you want? What have you always wanted to do? What makes you the happiest? What are you naturally good at? It's all about that. We don't need to focus on the things that we don't want and the things that don't light us up. We can find other people to do those things because other people will be lit up in those areas. Instead, focus on what makes you happy. Get really clear on what would you love to do every single day of your life. If you could do it every single day, if you could talk about it, if you could create things about it, what would you do? Get creative in your thinking. If you love skincare, have you ever thought about creating a skincare line? If you love clothing, have you ever thought about creating a clothing line? If you love writing, have you ever thought about creating a blog? If you love social media, have you ever thought about becoming an influencer? If you love helping people change and see transformations, have you thought about becoming a coach? It's just about reframing your thoughts. Look at what your skills are. Look at what you're good at. Take inventory of them. Honestly, take a list right now. Go after this if you're feeling ready and you're feeling good. Make a list of all of the skills that you have and all of the things that you love to talk about and all the things that you love to read about and what you're just passionate about, and put money out the window. Stop thinking about money. Stop thinking about the bills you need to pay, and just think about what you're good at, what you love to do, and what makes you feel the best. Make a list if you need to. Go through it and realize that the more you give yourself space and time and you focus on what makes you happy, what makes you feel good, what makes you fully energized, the more you have this energy. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's happening and what you're feeling or what you're thinking and what your body is going through. So if you can smile, you can trick your brain into thinking you're happy. If you can amp up your energy, your life is going to change because your vibration is going to change and everything's going to change. You can really just decide to feel better. You can shift yourself upwards. Sometimes though, we've just been so drained with so much low vibrational energy and so many limiting beliefs that we just keep believing that it's so hard for us to do. But through all of these practices and through all of these techniques, you're going to become a master of being able to realize, am I showing up low vibe right now? All right. We need to switch this then. I need to look at, why was I showing up low vibe? Can I pivot this? Can I change it? Can I reframe it? Can I make sure that I don't put myself in that situation again? And you can start just building up your momentum, because the energy that you have inside of you is the energy that creates everything. It creates abundance. It creates love. It creates happiness. It creates everything we're always looking for outside of ourselves. And here's the thing, if we're always looking for it outside of ourselves, we're never going to find it, because it's always within ourselves, and it's always coming home to ourselves. And we feel like it'll be scary sometimes if we haven't spent enough time with ourselves, if we've been through a lot of trauma. But here's the thing. It's just uncomfortable at first, just like with anything. But then not only do you get good at it, you also crave it. And you realize that that's when your most amazing ideas come. That's when you have the best downloads. That's when your creative juices start flowing. That's when you have the best business ideas. That's when you can really just let your weight off that you've been carrying around and find the clarity and the peace that you've been running around from social media to social media trying to find. Oftentimes it's all about slowing down and creating that space for ourselves. But if you're someone that hasn't created that relationship with yourself, then that's totally fine, because this course, it's going to allow you to truly be able to look at yourself like you would your best friend, to compliment yourself like you would your best friend, to treat yourself like you would if you were a child in your life, to have the patience that we show children, to look in the mirror and say nice things about yourself. Your relationship with yourself creates every other relationship. So this EFT, I am going to have you do a few more times throughout the week, so that way you can really get used to tapping on a more consistent basis, and you're going to shift energy. Now you'll see there's a lot of repeating videos and a lot of repeating hypnoses, but it's because we're getting it into your subconscious mind. And as soon as you think that you know which hypnosis is coming, as soon as you think you know which meditation is coming, it's going to be switched up on you. I'm going to keep you on your toes. I want to weave in all of these different facets that I'm talking about to make sure that we're really transforming your life, your identity. We're shifting the energy. We're doing the mindset work. We're doing the spiritual work. We're really working with quantum physics. We are doing all of these things, whether you realize it or not. So I'm so proud of you. I'm going to say that so many times, and I mean it every single time. I am proud of you, and I want you to get comfortable saying that you're proud of yourself as well. All right, continue with week 1. Do all of the activities. Make sure you're showing up daily for yourself. If you feel like you need to nap, if you feel like you need to take a break, if you need to drink more water, if you need to eat more food, make sure you're doing that. Try not to binge eat processed food. Try to make sure you're eating healthier foods and drinking just water. Mineral water is best, or, put some lemon and some Himalayan pink salt or Celtic salt if that's your thing. I really want you to be able to listen to your body and to come back home to yourself during this. So we're shifting a lot. You're shifting a lot of your past. You are shifting a lot of energy that's been weighing you down. You're raising your frequency and your vibration. We are doing a lot with this human body you have, and it's capable of all of it. But realize that it's always telling you what you need, and the universe is always supporting you. So make sure that you allow yourself to do that. And again, if you feel like these EFTs are very draining, then I do recommend doing them at night before you do your hypnosis. So that way you can rest better and you don't miss anything in your day. If you have busy days, if you're a business owner and you have a lot of things that you have going on, I want this to add to your life. I don't want it to take away in any way, shape, or form.